often get asked the questions, where are the needs in Asia? Where are the gaps? Where can my funding as a philanthropist or impact investor be most effectively utilized towards greater outcomes? And this data is not available anywhere, either through academic journals or World Bank or any sort of multilateral development bank database, for us to be able to answer that question in a rigorous, comparable way across the region. When we discovered the power of AI to canvas and collate information, we thought we would take the chance and leverage it to develop a dashboard. And today we have an AI-powered tool that can comb through over 200,000 English language media sources to look at where AVPN members are giving, to what issues they support, and what markets they support these issues, in what ways they support these issues, so that we have a comparable, robust way of answering the question, where are the needs and where are the gaps? So this tool allows us to scan through over 3 million news resources in 200,000 plus English news outlets across Asia Pacific to understand where AVPN members are deploying their capital across all the SDGs and all the various social issues and environmental issues that are most important to them. The dashboard will show you the number of activities in a particular area, issue, social cause like climate action, gender equality, or health. It will show you who is giving to these issues. It will show you how much they're giving, in what areas, sub-areas they're giving, and whom they are partnering. We can disaggregate the information all the way down to the source so that you know that the information that we provide can be tracked, can be traced, and can be verified. And this provides a lot of assurance to our members and to us at AVPN that these numbers are accurate. It also allows our members to identify partners where they can enhance and do more in an area that they care about. This is the most comprehensive set of information available on giving in Asia by Asia. The tool is being improved all the time. I should also say that we add new data every month. So all our members have access to it. So it's over 700 organizations all across the world who have access to this. But even as a non-member, you can subscribe to the database at a very low annual fee of $500.
When I start the foundation, the first thing on my mind is always fraud. So I say, no, and it's my money. So I don't want my funds, and also my donors' fund to be misused. So in the early days, I used to go to Cambodia almost every alternate month. I'll stay 1 month, come back, then stay 1 month. So I spent many years in Cambodia. So over the years, a lot of things I learned is through experience, not through reading books, So one of the things I realized is that you don't know what you don't know. How do I ask questions or something I don't know? So a lot of things is I experience myself. And this is why I have a lot of expertise. Let me give you an example, One day, the vendor came to exchange gas tank. So because we have big gas tank for cooking, so he gave us a full tank and take away empty tank. So I was there. So I said, wait, let me weigh the empty tank. Because the weight of the tank was marked on the tank. And I found the empty tank was 1/3 full. It wasn't empty. Then I weighed the full tank. It wasn't full. It was 2/3 full. So in other words, we are getting a 2/3 full tank and giving them a 1/3. So we are actually buying 1/3 tank of gas. But the invoice will reflect that we are buying a full tank. Yeah. So it's this nitty-gritty, hands-on processes that I have developed over the years, and which I really hope I can share with with other NGOs and foundations, because this is not rocket science, but it's very simple, down to earth methodology. So, like for example, I've been to children's home from Mongolia, Nepal, Laos, Indonesia, Philippines, many countries, Thailand, and I always ask one question: show me a weighing machine. And I've never seen a weighing machine in any children's home except mine. Now, why is it important? Because the bulk, 40% or more of your cost is food. And when the staff, who is the cook, go to the market and buy, she can say, I bought 20 kg of chicken, please record it. You have no weighing machine. How do you know it's 20 kg? It can be 15, it can be 10, So without weighing the food you buy, it is a great opportunity for fraud. So I think fraud will spread if we don't check. Unchecked fraud is tempting people. So like every day, today in my children's home in Cambodia, my daily wet food market is 70 US. But my staff salary can be 150 US, So imagine I'm giving someone half month salary cash every day with no receipt. Isn't that not tempting them beyond what they can bear? So I have a system that prevents this. Yeah, so I'm very proud of it. So I call it street smart processes that can detect and prevent fraud without relying on invoices, a receipt. So for example, like pumping petrol. It's not a computer printout that you get like in Singapore. It's the fellow with a notebook. Then he says, sir, how much you want me to write? $80. You write $80, sign and put a check, and this is your receipt. So the driver can pump $20 and claim $80 and pocket $60. I can't follow my driver every time he pumps petrol. So what can I do? Yeah, so what I do is, every vehicle I do a mileage test. So for 1 liter of diesel, I know how many kilometers that lorry or minivan can travel. And every end of the month, I look at an odometer, how many kilometers that vehicle travel. And since I know the consumption, I can work out how many liters of diesel they should consume. And so I know how much they should claim, plus or minus 5-10%. In fact, 10 years ago when I started this consumption test, my drivers, I got 2 of them, refused to do it for 3 months. I was so angry. I said, if they don't do it, I'm not going to give them the salary. It's ridiculous. So finally they did it. And you know what happened? The next month, just because they gave me the consumption test, my diesel claim dropped by 50%. So the very fact the driver knows we are checking, they scared already. So I think fraud is as much the responsibility of us. If we make it too easy, I think we are responsible. We cannot just blame the other party. So we must have processes that make sure that, it is not easy. Now, the good thing in Singapore is that we are cashless. So cashless is very hard for fraud. But in the cash society, the person having the cash holds the power. We have so many processes, so I really want to share my system, over 25 years, for people who really wants to run their overseas project, whether it's a children's home or a livelihood project, properly.